Hello, welcome to my channel. Rezo here. Okay, I'm gonna draw with charcoal. Here the materials are usually used. I have vine charcoal pencils, one medium, the other one is soft. A brush, round synthetic brush, a kneaded eraser. I stick this one, to the end of one brush, just to have some distance when I erase. Matte graphite. Usually I use this for the end, for just adding some details. A mono eraser. Okay, what else? Yeah, just that. Sometimes I use white pastel pencil. Oh, and this is a black, soft, kind of medium compressed pastel. Okay. Okay. Now let's start with the first thing I always do. Just analyze the image, I check out proportions, I visually measure. Okay, when I got all of that information, it's basically I measure, for example, from the eyebrows to the nose, and from the nose to the bottom of the chin. You'll know that this distance is usually the same. Now, when the face is tilted backward, this change a little bit, and usually this distance is shorter than this one, a little bit. Okay? The more tilted the face is, the more tilted backward the face is, the more change this measurement. Another thing is the position of the eye. When the face is just tilted, we find the eye is kind of in the middle, halfway from the eyebrow to the bottom of the nose. Okay, the same for the mouth. Now, the mouth is something that it depends a lot on how thick are the lips, if the mouth is open or is closed. Okay, now then I check out the overall shape. Okay, I can just trace some, landmarks. Now, one thing, I'm explaining what I do. I usually, when I start drawing, I don't lay down all these landmarks. What I do is basically this, I mean, this is not just the only way to start drawing, but okay. But all this analysis about proportions, visual measuring, it happens just, let's say, 5 minutes before starting to draw. I've been drawing daily for Monday. I'm trying to, go back to what I used to do. I used to draw daily. Now, obviously, lately I'm just drawing maybe twice a week. But I'm trying just to, get back on track and practice more. This is about practice. We need to practice a lot. Like I said, I used to draw daily. Sometimes at night, sometimes in the morning. Okay, you got the link to the photograph on the description box. That means that you can use that. Now, I got this. Sometimes I start just working on, for example, the eyes, nose, or sometimes what I do first is I soften pretty lightly, soften the charcoal. Okay. Now I'm placing just the eyes, the eyebrows. Another thing that I suggest, you can just lay down some landmarks here for the position of the mouth, the nose, and this way you don't get lost when you start drawing or shading. Another thing for sure is I got the image, I print out the photograph. No, print out the photograph. I didn't print out the photograph, sorry. I was just thinking I get backward on time. What I have here is a big screen. My monitor is kind of big, and I got the photograph. Just my monitor is next to my easel. Okay, I got the photograph just kind of the same size, pretty close to the same size as my drawing. I love to do that because I love to compare a lot, and it's easier to compare when you have the photograph and the drawing at the same size. And another thing, obviously, that's easier is just to, at the same time that we measure, place the eyes, nose, and mouth, because what I'm doing with my eyes, I'm just looking for alignments, horizontal alignments between my drawing and the photograph. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the overall shape. Okay, that's the overall shape. Stepping back a little bit to compare. I'm squinting down my eyes. Even now that I don't have too much on my paper, I'm squinting down my eyes. Okay, that's a routine that I just do all the time. Okay, now keeping my eyes squinted down, I'm gonna try to just copy the dark shapes on the photograph. For example, just like a shape. This shape, for example. Okay. Now here. Okay, I compare with the photograph. Yep, that's good. I keep my eyes squinted. Yeah. What I'm trying to copy here is what? It's just something as simple as this. Okay, this is the shape I see. Yeah. But now the other shape I see here, for example, it looks like a kind of triangle. This portion. It's a simple way to try to copy something. Now for the nose, because I keeping my eyes squinted down, I don't see details. Yeah? I just see. I'm trying to see, light shapes and dark shapes on the face. Okay. At the same time that I'm copying this shape and the mouth, okay, always think that we draw positive and negative spaces all the time. What I mean by that, every time that you draw, let's say the shadow here, you're drawing at the same time this shape. By drawing this shape and this shape, we're drawing this shape. Okay, if I draw this shape I'm getting this edge and this edge. If I draw the hair, that would be like drawing a negative space, and the face, that would be the positive space, or vice versa. It's okay. I don't care that much about that. The only thing I care is that I gotta pay attention to all the shapes, light and dark shapes on the face. Okay. Let's see. Stepping back, checking. Okay. Now below the mouth. Okay. First, I'm gonna try to copy the lower lip. Okay. Now the cast shadow here. Now the shadow on the chin, and the cast shadow on the neck. Okay. Stepping back, squinting down my eyes, and I compare it again. I think that's okay. I need a shadow here. Raise the shape of the forehead. Let me see. It looks like a triangle, huh? Yeah. Since I want a sketchy look, I can just do this. What I have here basically is just two values, let's say a midtone and shadows. Okay, now I'm gonna use my kneaded eraser and going to try to look for light. Okay, I see light here on the forehead. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Light on the nose. Again. Light on the cheek. There's always light on the cheek and the cheekbone. Okay. Light here too. Light top of the upper lip. Light on the chin. Okay. Right now, basically, I'm just erasing and trying to, get the lights. I don't care right now if this light is brighter than this one. Obviously, we gotta care about that a lot, but not right now. Right now, basically, I started with two values: midtone, shadow. Now I got a third value, which the lights. Now we can use our finger. Just when I want to use my fingers, I just do this because I don't want any oil from the skin, on my paper, and go like this. Or you can use a brush. Okay, it's up 21, and it's not like some. Sometimes I use the brush. Sometimes I use my fingers, and there's not a particular reason or no reason at all. Just sometimes I just want to use my fingers and of the day, I'm gonna use just a brush. Okay. Okay. I'm comparing again. Yeah. Okay. I think I got closer with proportions. Let's see. Yeah. Yep, that's okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this pastel stick. Let's see. I'm just thinking, this is pretty dark. When I'm gonna add some accents, because right now this is dark, but not it's black. We need to have some kind of control about the proportion, of these dark values in the light. Obviously, if we're gonna see this bright, we're gonna make this a little bit even darker, just contrast. Okay. One thing I don't like about the photograph, for example, is the neck. It's just because I'm pretty sure there's a curve here. There's the cast shadow, but it looks like just a straight line. It doesn't look natural. Yeah, it just maybe it's gonna be a good idea just to have that. Now look how dark is this. Okay. Obviously we see a sharp edge here. I can make it sharp, keep it sharp here, and just kind of knock down the edge here. I mean, just soften the edge in this area. I have light here. Now I'm squinting down my eyes and I'm thinking, do I need more black, darken up the background to get this effect, this kind of loose effect? How much? Okay. Let's make it this a little bit darker. A little bit more. I have to make darker here too. Okay, I need more control on the eyes, nose, mouth. I'm gonna use charcoal pencil. Pretty lightly. I'm not pressuring too much. Now the other eye. I don't see too much here. It's pretty dark. Now let's see the nose. Okay, if that is enough, I work a little bit on the eyes, a little bit on the nose, and I continue moving to the mouth. Okay. No, gotta check out again. Yeah, looks like everything is okay. Okay, move up again. Okay. Yeah, we switch between charcoal pencil and just vine or willow charcoal. let's think more about light on the face. Okay, the light here on the right, on the cheek on the right, is not the same light on the cheek on the left. Okay, the light here is brighter, but don't think that's the, because it's brighter, it's just the white of the paper. It's just paper. No, it's not paper. Maybe the only paper, like, that we see, that's gonna work as a highlight. That's gonna be the tip of the nose. Here. To get this light, you can use an electric mono eraser or any eraser you want. But this basically is gonna be the only white of the paper that you should see. If you got the paper here and here, that means that you need to, continue just adding more and more shades. Just add more charcoal, more values. Okay. I'm picking up a little bit of this pastel that's here, and just with my fingers just darkening up these areas. I think that's just faster. And like I said before, it's sub 21 if you use your fingers or a brush. If you want more control, I think I suggest just use a brush, charcoal pencil. At some point, just a charcoal pencil and a soft brush. Or if you have, thin fingers, you think you can control it better, yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I mean, okay. Squinting down my eyes, I see the highlight on the nose, not yet, and it means I have to continue just darkening up the drawing. Now I go back to my charcoal pencil. Okay. I start just, continue shading and working on details. stepping back again, squinting down my eyes and comparing. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, hello, Maggie. Hello, Christine. Good morning. Okay, let's see. I got this pretty dark. I cannot leave just this value here dark alone because my eyes are gonna just go to this area. Yeah. Let's make this darker too. Yeah, I think it's gonna work if I just go darker around the face. Okay, just imagine that I just thinking, hey, what about if I just go dark, just like framing the face with darker values? I think it could work. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. I didn't mean like completely black, you know. These are darker values, but I gotta keep this darker and this one maybe just like the darkest ones. Yeah. Let's see, I'm squinting down my eyes. Yeah. Okay, what about if I just light up this one? No, I think this one is creating a nice contrast with the eyes. Yep. I think I got a mistake on the width of the face. Mm. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to work with charcoal pencil. Okay. I don't see anything now here. I make it this pretty dark. Yeah, that's the eye. That's okay. I don't see that much on the photograph because it's pretty dark. But anyway, I'm just trying to keep the enlightenment with the other eye. I This eye still looks kind of smaller. I gotta make it bigger. I think it's just gonna be like adding makeup. I mean what, making this darker to make the eye look bigger. Okay, remember about the paper, about the highlights. We gotta shade this to the point that we see. I mean, for me, an indication that I'm closer to what I used to get about shading is when I start to see the highlight in the nose here, here. Yeah, I don't see it yet. Okay, now I gotta think about the illusion. It has to be. I gotta create the illusion that the face of it is turning here and it's turning here. When I see the photograph, I see that it looks like there's a light here, but it looks like it's kind of the value that's here goes to the edge. Okay, now that's one thing that I see, let's say. Okay, now what I know, obviously, that in order to create illusion that something is rounded, okay, we know that for sure the edge here of the contour has to be a little bit darker. Okay. Sometimes we don't see that. Okay, just a tiny bit. Okay, now when we have a reflected light, yeah, then it's different. Usually a reflected light is going to be a lighter value here, and then a shadow, and then the light here. Okay, that's a little bit of what I see here on this area here. Okay, I see a reflected light. I want to use this matte graphite. I just want to work on the nose, and I want to work around the highlight. I need more control for that because smaller area. I got two matte graphite. This is 12B and this is 14B. Working with the 12B. Working around the highlight because I want to see this highlight glowing. Not yet. Now the good thing about this matte graphite is you can just add again just charcoal on top of that. Just because it's not shiny. Okay, now I see the light on the nose. I'm gonna be sure that I have light here, but it's not as bright as the light on the nose, okay? And the same with this one. If I don't see that I'm getting that effect, I have to continue just darkening up. my drawing. Okay, now I'm gonna go with this graphite, continue with this graphite, making darker here, here. Yeah. I see light here. Yep, that's good. Another thing that if you don't like to use matte graphite or any graphite, you can just sharpen your charcoals, make them pretty pointy. I have seen, that's pretty nice. Just kind of lazy about doing that. But don't be lazy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that one of these days. Again, about this light here and the light on the mouth, the lower lip. Just gotta be sure. Okay. Usually we have kind of one or two really strong highlights on the face. Tip of the nose is one of those highlights, and could be the other one that could be the forehead, a highlight on the forehead, a highlight on the chin. Okay. Okay, I love this kind of sharp edge, soft edge, sharp again, a lost edge. I'm gonna keep this lost. Okay, dark again, yeah. I think that's good. Okay, I'm gonna step back and I'm going to sip a little bit of coffee. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, Edward Delcourt. Here, I have a comment here. And I'm going live on YouTube and Facebook. Got this comment on Facebook. Saying, watching you build up and render values has taught me so much of how to keep looking for subtleties to sculpture the face. Fantastic piece of art. Thank you so much, Edward. Okay. Okay. By the way, I have draw along, sessions on my Patreon account. That's in the description box. We draw every Thursday night. You find the link there. It's just we just draw like we 5, 6 people every Thursday. It's pretty nice. We draw for like what, 3 hours. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna work on the edge a little bit. I think I got a mistake about the width of the face. I'm not so sure. Maybe it's just the photograph that's pretty, narrow. That's playing tricks on me about how I see the width of the face. Yeah. Oh no. I'm just darkening up here. I don't want any of the paper showing, through my charcoal, just the tip of the nose. These are just regular synthetic round brushes. Here's the brand. It's not about getting this same specific brush. Any synthetic round brush is gonna do the work. And it's not even about just using round brushes. Maybe a couple of times I have used filbert brushes because I didn't have any, or I couldn't find, any of my round brushes. But it was pretty nice. Obviously, uh, it's better than a round brush because it's pretty pointy. You can get used to smaller areas just because of that. I'm gonna get some light on the iris. I don't know about highlight, but if I have to use a highlight, it would be with pastel. Yeah, because that's gonna be too difficult to erase that. Just small area and. Okay, stepping back, squinting down my eyes. I think I gotta just darken up face. Let's see. I'm squinting down my eyes. I want to be sure that this light is not as bright as this light here. And this one is not as bright as the highlight on the nose. Okay, when I get that, and I think I'm pretty close to, with values, I can start just thinking about more and more details. And this thing about details is just something that you just about putting more time, but you cannot think about details. I mean, that's what I think. I cannot think about details if I don't have my drawing, I mean, the proportions, okay? And if I don't have the values pretty close. And then I can start just thinking. Okay, that's the normal process. Now, if I know that for sure at the end my values are gonna be okay, that it doesn't matter the order that I start with when I work on the face, I can start just, with values right away, with details right away, sorry. But that's something that, I mean, I don't recommend to do that. I prefer always to build up the face step by step. First step, drawing proportions. Second step, one or two values, then a third value, and then I continue working on the smaller areas, trying to get more values, and trying to get the roundness of the face, depth, and working on edges. And always, one thing that's gonna just keeping me back and forth. That's gonna be values. That's something that, like what I'm doing here for the last, I don't know how many times, but you see me darkening up here, lighting up here, darkening up again, lighting up again, it just, and I continue again and again, making this darker. Maybe I'm gonna light up this again. I'm gonna erase it. I don't know. I gotta just work, step back, check out if everything is okay, and then okay. For example, here the cast shadow, from the nose is it's darker here, but it's not flat. It's darker closer to the nose. It gets a little bit lighter here, because the nose obviously it's not something flat. We got a reflected light. A reflected light here too. And as usually I'm thinking, hey, this reflected light, it shouldn't be that bright. I see it and I think, I gotta darken up that a little bit more. Trying, this is not flat, it's not dark and flat. The same that we see here, those bumps, the same things are happening here. Then I added a little bit of light, I erase it here, and I got some shadow here, and the same is here, yeah? Okay, little bit more coffee, step back, check out. Okay. Oh, hello Sharon, good morning. Yeah, I'm trying to practice every day the way I used to do it a few years ago. Okay. I'm just darkening up here the lights. I want to see the highlight just on the nose. Now can you notice how much we put, on values? That's why people keep saying, value is king. And we paint, obviously, when we draw, because when we draw, just when we paint and when we draw, no, not just when we draw. No. Okay, I got this dark area. I got here darker, and I'm just trying to kind of keep it dark here, and not as dark as I move down. You can see I don't have black here. Just here. Okay. I have a sharp edge. Yeah, a little bit of sharp edge here. That's a lost edge, soft edge, a sharp edge again, and a lost edge here. Okay, what else? Hey, just that. I think an hour. I think it's been a nice practice. Because I keep squinting down my eyes. I think everything is okay. The drawing is okay. I think it's okay. Mistakes we see mistakes usually next day. Okay. What about the chaos here around? I think that's okay. Black. Yeah, I think it makes a good balance. What about if I make it darker? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm squinting down my eyes, just trying to see around the face. Yeah. Using this pastel stick. Okay, and the shadows on this area is darker here, okay, and obviously here. Okay, below the nose is darker, it's just up here and lighter here. Okay, then darker here. I'm missing a shadow. On this eye, it looks like everything is darker, but it has to be darker, a little bit darker here. We usually see a shadow here. That's what, obviously, I remember for so many drawings. I don't see that, you just see everything dark. A little bit of light for the lower eyelid here. A little bit of light on the upper eyelid, light here. Softness on the eyebrow. This portion of the eyebrow is darker, this portion is a little bit lighter. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, that's it for today. See my screen, the color looks kind of pinky. I don't know why. I'm taking all the color from my camera. Look at my hand, it's almost black and white. I just want to see the screen without this that reddish. This is the 14B matte graphite. Okay, that's it for today. Yeah, I could continue working more, but I think that's enough for practice. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and see you next time. Okay, bye.